Hello, everybody! Welcome to John Dungeon Masters, The Insatiables, featuring the insatiable Greg Big McLarge. Say hi, Greg.
Oh, hi.
He's so big, he's so large, he is McHuge. We have Corin, a member of the Council of Nicks. How you doing, Corin?
I'm nicking along.
Okay. Red, we have the man with the plan. He's read far too much 5.5e, which I have destroyed his hopes and dashed his dreams. How are you, Red?
Doing pretty good. Having a blast.
Nice. Ruben, your boy, who's wearing a Drive jacket from the hit movie Drive. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Good to be here.
Nice, nice. Henrietta, known as the Chicken Chaser, apparently. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Chase chickens.
Hell,
I got 5 of them today.
Guys, no recap from last week, because we're doing a brand new campaign starting today. Our Session 0, welcome to the Insatiables, where we are insatiable, and also hunting a giant red dragon, or at least his treasure hoard, known as Sarl the Insatiable. But we'll get into world stuff later. Oh, God, there's so much to go over, guys. There's so many characters we need to make.
We need to make 27. It's fine.
Yeah. I've got some
You
gambles.
mean because you're gonna kill all our characters 4 times in the first 4 sessions?
Yeah. You know.
Sometimes that's how it be.
Look, we're insatiable.
You know, the mission don't quit just because you're dead, guys. We gotta get that bread. We gotta get that money. God, where should we even begin, everyone? How do Session 0s even start normally? I always feel like they're just massive wastes of time. Now, we don't make characters, we just play D&D.
Are you looking for, like, help, or are you just stalling while you think?
I'm stalling while I read my own book. Alright. So guys, I've released several Word documents that I hope at least some of you have glanced through. I know Corin, who requested them to me vocally and personally, has waited until today to read them. So, thanks, Corin, you rat bastard.
You're welcome, John.
These are several
I'll
hundred
finish reading them when the
Word docs.
campaign's over.
So I hope you guys know that the theme of this campaign is... Okay, I gotta get rid of the salsa music. I'm so sorry. Get out of here.
I'll miss you, Spanish guitar.
Let's do this salsa music instead. Guys, there's a big ancient red dragon who's been around for quite some time, but who's gone missing. Apparently, he got tired of fighting the endless cold known as the Hoarfrost Cursed, which has been put over his kingdom of fire. In the top left of the map, you will see this. This ancient red dragon's hoard, however, massive, wealthy, has spent 2,000 or so years collecting treasures from all across the world, is still there, just behind the ice. Now, this is super instant kill ice. This isn't let me throw on my jacket real quick and go on a 3 to 6 year long campaign in a forested icy wonderland. This is like surface of Mercury cold or hot. How cold is Mercury? I'm not sure.
I'll fact check that for you, don't worry.
But yeah, we're talking about like negative 455 degrees here, Fahrenheit. It's quite cold. So, there are many people trying to figure out how to get in there, how to get the money, and how to get out without getting killed by all the monsters still skulking around the subterranean, icing over tunnels. Monsters are exfiltrating, trying to find new lands. The kingdoms that were allied to fight against Sarl the Insatiable now are beginning to eye each other up, wondering if this might be the time to settle disputes and rivalries through the good old-fashioned we're gonna kill you diplomacy strategy. There's a lot going on in the world, and you all, level 3 adventurers, are having bad times. Monsters all over the place are surging around the peripheries, trying to find new places to live, trying to eat people. And our first session, when it starts, will be dealing with at least one of those monsters, as well as getting a little key or clue into how to overcome this icy problem. I'm getting ahead of myself, since we need to make our characters. Would you guys like to make some characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an important
please.
question first. Did you actually know what absolute zero was in Fahrenheit?
Me?
Or did you just make up that minus 455 that is 4 degrees above absolute zero just on the fly?
What do you think?
I don't know. That's why I'm
think
asking.
he knows. I think he knows.
I said a number, and I'm sticking with it, baby. It's written down somewhere in
love
the
it.
documents. But regardless, I've got a question for you all, specifically on how do we want to do stats, since last time I gave you all options and you spat in my face and said, let us roll. So are we just rolling again, or what?
Roll,
does-
roll, 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 roll.
Alright, we will be rolling stats as soon as I generate some character sheets for you guys, by getting rid of
Last
the
time I
Enos
rolled.
Minoris. What was that, Red?
Last time I rolled, what a stat array.
Yeah.
Are we changing how we
Apocalypse.
rolled? Because at last session 0, it was chaos.
It was chaos, but it was what you democratically voted for. And I'm nothing if not
I mean, I
a
was just
slave.
the loudest one right now. That one, I'm not speaking for the people.
I'm fine with
No,
rolling, but if we can
in my
allocate
heart-
where they go, that would help.
Yeah.
In my heart, I'm a gambler.
Alright. Then I will be adding 5 character sheets just in a moment. 2, 3, 4. Greg, you always have fun examples on how to regenerate stats. Do you have a new one that I should know about?
Do I have a brand new one? I don't have a brand new one, but I do have an old one, if you are interested. We used to roll stats where we would put them all in a pool and then draft them. But there was one player that I played with at the game shop that suggested we all roll a set of 6 stats that go together, and we put those in the pool and draft them. So we would roll our 6 stats and then draft the one we wanted from our group. That was entertaining and fun one time. I don't know if that's even interesting at all for our occasion.
It feels easier to do with physical dice.
That's fair.
Quite possibly. Rube, what the hell is your name in this game? Oh, it's Snafu. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't changed it yet.
You're fine.
What is another fun name? A fun way to do it is to give yourself a stat as a maximum, and you can just take that. So, like, let's say I want an 18, and you take it, but for every number above what would have been in the standard array, so like 16, that's 2, you roll 2 less dice for one of your stats.
How would that
It's a risky game.
It was fun once. I don't know. You're asking me for weird things I've done. I'm racking my brain for the weird ways we've generated characters.
Does anyone else have any suggestions?
I know there's a method of where everyone would roll an array, and then only one of them would be used for all the players, so that everyone was more equal. But then that's not as gambly, but at the same time, it means that not one person will have like all 8s, and a different person will have like 3 18s.
I think
We all share one array.
my good friend, Coffee Traveler, also known as Eric, suggested something almost verbatim from what you just said, Red. Now, I'm having flashbacks, guys, to several months ago when we first brought this campaign together. Like, the highest roll being a 13 between 6 stats. So, knowing my luck, you guys are going to roll like shit. So, I'm actually for creating a array pool, I suppose, where everyone rolls, 40, 61 down the line. And then we choose which set of dice that we wish to take, specifically as Red said. And then everyone must adhere to whatever the dice have decided that we have democratically voted for. That said, I've now jinxed myself. So maybe we will roll 3 18s. In which case, for the sake of...
What about this?
Oh.
3 sets of stats. John gets to veto 1, and we get to veto 1. And then we take the last remaining one.
Who's feeling lucky, guys?
I'm feeling lucky.
I'm feeling lucky.
I mean, I like the chaos method, but if this makes you guys happier, sure.
Look,
Henriette's for chaos, guys.
We can always just roll 3d6 down the line. It is the it's the way of the world for a long time for me. I don't know. I'll shut up.
I'm cool
You
with
guys
whatever.
choose.
All right, show of hands.
I think if we do this, it allows us to be more even, which for a combat-heavy game lets us have a bit more, less chance of dying immediately.
Yeah,
for some
true.
people.
Very true.
In the name of helping our others, I think.
it also means we're all
I
going
think
to
the
dump
array.
intelligence.
Very true. Corin,
The array
it
is
seems like we're going with yours. So I want everybody, including myself, to roll 40-61. We are going to do this 3 times. I'll put little brackets when we have finished doing 6 out. So there's Corin, there's Hen.
Oh, we're all rolling
Yeah.
46 6 times in a bracket. That's like the least efficient way to do this.
It's
Got
just-
it.
No way to
Understood.
do it.
We love being inefficient, Greg.
Wow,
Yeah,
this
no
is
worries.
these still
Alright.
one of the stats.
That's our first array.
Beautiful stat array.
11,
Let's go.
12.
Now we're doing it
11.
again. We're doing this only 2 more times, or 1 more time after this.
We
Oh
are
my
the
God,
most
guys.
average people.
This is
Oh
not
my
looking good.
Why do we keep doing the stories at home?
All right, let's do a third one.
All right. One more
One of
time.
these.
Oh my God. All right. We got a 6.
We all have a 4 stat. I love this. I want this stat array. I love this.
Woo!
I love this third stat array. Not
You guys
gonna
all
lie.
want a
Yeah.
guaranteed 4 in a stat?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
It seems like Corin's happy with the 4, 10, 16, 14, 11, 14.
Oh God.
Would anyone like to veto this?
I would like to veto that.
It's our highest. It's a 16 so far in all the arrays.
That said, you can mix and match, put them wherever you want in your attributes. I'm not gonna force you all to have 16 con and 4 strength. That'd be silly. But otherwise,
I think the first
How are we
array is the
arranged?
best.
Yeah, I think the first one might be the safest bet.
Yeah.
Really? I really like the third array.
Well, we're starting at level 3, so it's not like we won't have.
I mean,
All right, so let's remember how we were doing this. Can we all agree to strike through the second one and leave it in the hands of John as to whether we get the first or third?
well, that's a
Yeah.
great point you bring up. I would agree with that. John, it's your campaign.
We veto the second one. Which one will you veto, John?
John, how are you feeling? You feeling lucky?
I want to see you guys play with a 4 in your stats, guys. I want to see what you do with that. I think the 4 is a gift, honestly.
Oh God.
Look, who really needs perception when I have a sword?
Okay. I will veto the first one on Corin's recommendation. Gentlemen and lady, these are your stats. 4, 10, 16, 14, 11, and 14. I have gifted you all character sheets. You may begin your character creation I will try to limit myself and just sort of mediate here. But I do have some questions for you all when you all have decided at least what your level 1 class is.
I do have a question about class.
Yeah, what's up?
So I kind of already know what I'm going for.
The share the class.
Huh?
Did
you
the
like
share
to
the
share?
class?
Sure. I'm going for a barbarian. I want to be a zealot.
Ooh.
But the
Ooh.
level 3 warrior of the gods thing is just real fucking dumb. Like,
Warrior of the Gods thing.
yeah, at 3rd level, your soul is marked for endless battle. If a spell such as Raise Dead has the sole effect of restoring you to life, but not undeath, the caster doesn't need material components to cast it on you. What is that? Like, what? How useful is that for the one time it's cast? Yeah, that's just my biggest complaint.
I'm not sure, because I just put on really sad music for some reason, and I'm not familiar
Thank
with
you.
all.
It's because we're talking about killing Henrietta's character. That's why.
I mean, I guess it's helpful to, like, bring me back without needing 300
Yeah.
whatever it is, gold worth of diamonds, but it's about all it does.
You know, I think that's sick, you know? You just get to LOL die whenever you want. That's pretty fun, right?
But then you also have the rule where if we get to 0 HP, like, we're done.
Yeah, for sure.
So does...
0
Hit dice.
hit dice and 0 HP.
Oh, okay. Got you.
It's not
So
near.
just don't use your last hit die. Yeah.
What it says in the rule document. Did I read the rule document wrong?
Perhaps. It's been a little while since I've looked at it. But I know.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good dump score. I've never done
Oh,
that
0
one
hit.
before, so-
Okay. Yeah.
Now I have happy music, guys, because I know.
No, you're right. I read it wrong.
We love happy music.
Okay.
Do we have an idea of what the species or races breakdown for our party is so far? Does anyone have races they want to play?
So, John, can you give us, like, what region are we starting? Give us a little bit of a...
Oh, yeah. We are
Cool.
going to be starting in Dan Ibel, north of the Ur-Ateru River Delta, which is a sacred holy land of water nymphs and other cool characters, which we, oh no, we'll meet one day.
Dan Ibel.
Dan Ibel it
It's
is north of
right
the
there.
Tower of the Inner Eye, south of Maral Ibel, and to the east of the Bu Aid Akmori. Look at all these fantasy names. It is... Well, I can show you, actually. If you guys want to see.
Mm-hmm.
What about computer?
Boom. We have a beautiful river here, which is loosely based on the Nile, which is a small, unwalled settlement with a high ground, noble quarter, or third, up here, with great big long fields that stretch out along a northern road where scattered buildings and tiny villages doth be. You don't necessarily have to be residents. In fact, I have plot hooks for how your party met, specifically what your party's first adventure was, which I am happy to get to once we know kind of what we're dealing with here. So I'm going to pull that on my back pocket.
Well, there are some great options here in the species category. The map changed.
The map changed? It should have changed.
I just tapped. Yeah, different map now.
Yeah, I
think.
moved us to a different map.
Whoa. Yeah. So I was saying.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Okay.
I looked away. I looked back. It's there again.
There it is. Ooh,
What a beautiful farm area.
it
We
is.
love farming.
So we know that Hen wants to be a barbarian. Does anyone else wish to volunteer what kind of class or character they want to be, if they don't have a specific class in mind?
I was thinking Bard or Sorcerer, probably.
bard or sorcerer. Very cool. Do you have an idea or a theme or a...
There's a lot of cool things going on with dragons, so if I was doing sorcerer, I'd probably do the draconic bloodline stuff. I haven't thought too much. I was thinking maybe like a dwarven bard could be fun.
A dwarven bard would indeed be quite cool. Not many dwarven players in my campaigns, not gonna lie.
I was also thinking a dwarf.
Dwarves? Dwarf campaign,
You know, we're
guys?
looking down a path. I'm looking down the barrel.
Brad, you wanna be a
could
dwarf?
be dwarves. I was thinking playing a fighter, and so it's not a bad choice.
Uh-oh.
I mean, who really needs movement?
True.
All dwarfs. Here we go.
I'm just putting it out there. We could. The majority. We're all dwarves. I mean, no one can really say anything about that. We're just a low crew. We're family.
What were you guys thinking, Greg?
I'm going to
Rube?
fill in the blank spot. I have a bunch of different character ideas I could go down the shoot with. So I'm waiting to see what hole needs filled if one needs filled.
Well, I brought 4 concepts: a regular arcane archer, scout rogue, hexblade warlock, or forge cleric.
Forge cleric makes a perfect dwarf.
It could.
You're thinking about it? I'm not fully dedicated, but if everyone's going a dwarf, I'll go a dwarf. I also come to peer pressure within a millisecond. Okay?
You deplete independence, Red, please.
No, independence is for people who aren't dwarves.
We can form
We're
in
family
this
here.
Discord.
I was thinking either a dragonborn or a human.
We do like humans. We do like dragonborns.
John, you never responded to my question in that message I sent you.
You're right.
Is that yay or nay?
I don't remember what it was. Can you say it for the group?
Would I be allowed to use some of the species from Volo's Guide?
It depends on the species. We live in Monster Town, USA, where some of the monstrous races are just monsters, and narratively would not live with people. They would be effectively primed at birth to be hostile to, quite literally, all civilization. Like, I would never let any of you play a goblin, for instance. As much as you begged and plead and kicked and cursed, I would be like, no goblins allowed.
I played the son of the goblin that drowned in the...
Oh no!
If we were doing a monster campaign, that would obviously change, but we are not doing a monster campaign.
Would be...
Possibly. I don't remember which ones you threw at me, to be perfectly honest. You could maybe get away with a centaur? Maybe?
I don't think I'm gonna play a centaur. I might just go dwarf. It's a safe option.
A dwarf tar? A four-legged dwarf?
And we're doing, if I do go human, it's standard human, right? Not variant.
It depends on how variant you wish to be.
He wants a feat, John.
He does want a feat. Who doesn't want a feat? But it depends on what kind of feat. Because if you're like, well, John, I'm great weapon masters. I'm a level 1 Forge Cleric. I should be able to start taking a -5. Like, if we start doing that, like, narratively, it doesn't really make sense. But if you're like, well, John, I have prehensile limbs. I'm bow-legged. Can I take mobile? Be like, ooh, let's do some weird mutant bullshit. Let's talk about it, alright? I can be
The way to
convinced.
John's heart. Weird mutant bullshit.
I
Making that
love
note
weird
right now.
mutant
All
bullshit, guys.
all I'm saying is I got there real quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
No
that was
questions
Red's
asked.
entire character. Oh,
He asked like 2 questions and said, okay, have fun.
but yes, it will determine. Honestly, you're making a devil's bargain with me whenever you pick variant
Mhm.
human. So for those who wish to pick it, let's hit the tables. Let's start negotiating. Henrietta, I assume you have locked into Barbarian, though, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, we've got to lock in for...
I'm definitely going fighter, I believe. I'm very confident with that.
Perfect. We've got a strong front line, or maybe Red chooses to become a Dex fighter, in which case he could do a bunch of stuff, but
No, we're going
Yep.
strength.
based, honestly.
I'm a dwarf, okay? What I'm good at.
I kind of feel bad if I don't go Forge Cleric, because I feel like Greg's going to go Cleric then, because he's a spot filler right now.
Don't feel bad. I can do cleric.
Clerics are super fun to play as.
I like to play basically every class. You don't have to worry about picking for me. Pick what you think is fun, and I promise you, I will pick a fun character. At least for me. I will try not to annoy you.
You couldn't. How do we feel about Hexblade Warlocks?
Are you a dwarf?
No, I like the human thing. Like, the whole idea with me and Warlocks is like he was dying, so he made the deal.
Mm.
I do like making deals, and I love making packs.
Are the dwarves of Cotin?
I'm sorry?
Are they mountain dwarves or are they hill dwarves?
Dwarves come in all shapes and sizes, and live together in harmony.
I don't believe that for a second.
You don't have to.
You do not even need to be from Cotin if you wish. You could be from
Definitely,
somewhere
absolutely
else.
from Cotin.
Okay. Then
I'm a
pick
zealot. I worship. What the fuck is this bro's name?
the war god.
Vihalma, the Wrathbringer.
We
Are you
love Wrath.
mountain dwarf?
Gonna be
Hell yeah.
We're 2 peas in a pod.
the best fucking dwarf.
Huge. Rube, do you have a thing you wish to lock in?
I'd like to lock in Hexblade Warlock.
Alright. That brings us to Corin and Greg.
I'm thinking sorcerer.
Alright.
Alright. With a sorcerer and a warlock, I shall be a cleric.
You wish to become a cleric?
I shall be a cleric.
Alrighty. Our class line is picked out. We do have a stat array. If you wish to be an exotic race, shoot me a thingy and we can talk about it, or just tell me and we can talk about it publicly. And then I'll be held to my own words because everything's being recorded right now. Whenever you all have finished your level 1 character sheet, I would like to inform you all we are doing a new reputation system. Indeed, I promised it in the Discord. However, I'm going to keep the rewards an itty bit hidden. For unlike the last time where you hit 10 and you got like a narrative little, Yahoo! Whippy! Here's a little thing you can have. We're going to do it a little bit more mechanically driven, because I like rewarding you all. So every 3 to 5 points in a reputation, you're going to get a little ability that's either personal or on the party level. No need to tell me how excited you are at this prospect.
I'm sorry, I'm reading up on domains.
You're right.
I am excited about it. We've talked extensively about it.
We have.
Hey, John, are we choosing backgrounds?
You are, yes. We are ditching my choose your level, it is your blah blah blah. We are ditching that. Instead, we are doing a, for those of you at home who wish to become a dual wielder, I looked at 5.5's dual wielding thing, so I'm choosing to steal that because I kind of like it. We're going to update dual wielding, so it's no longer a bonus action to do an offhand attack. It just goes as part of your attack action. Congratulations. My barbarian, if you wish to dual wield battle axes, warhammers, great swords at one point, you can now do so with the dual wielder feat.
You know what feat I'm fucking getting?
We call this the Kirito update hit from the hit anime game and show Sword Art Online. I know how much Red loves Sword Art Online. I'm doing this for him and only him. No.
I've never watched it in my entire life.
I've made an accusation, Red. You can't argue with it now. It's public domain. No.
Okay, you know what?
I get sued.
Apparently, I have.
Well, if we are not
I'm
ready
going to
for
be a
that...
cleric of order.
Ooh, of order.
Ooh, love that subclass.
Let's go look at what that does.
We're very
Really?
different people.
Order domain represents discipline. Oh, Greg's gonna be busting out the whip, guys.
Get your shit together.
As well as devotion to the
I'm gonna wear a
laws.
big spiral orange cone hat.
Hell yeah.
sing.
Is your nickname OSHA?
We love OSHA. Well, I have a massive, beautiful God document if you wish to do anything like that, or if you want to create your own that I can co-opt and put into that Word document. I'm more than happy to fulfill the role of your divine liege who you have served through your magical mystical arts. It's also going to be really funny when you just say, I am the law, and just cock your shotgun. It's just Sylvester Stallone. It's your guy.
Is it reasonable to have a cleric bound to, like, the human spirit rather than a direct deity in your universe?
I don't think so. Unless you want to worship the creator. In which case, there's no strings attached to that, and you can just insert whatever doctrine, discipline, ideology you want, and just say, creator's giving me power. Guys, I'm doing something right. But there's no, like, gestalt force of will in this universe.
I'll pick one of your little gods.
Hell yeah.
I dying.
Start at 15. And it's plus 10 for every level. 35 hit points to start.
Level 1? Jesus Christ, Hen. No.
Level 3.
No, I'm kidding.
It was 15.
I'm just adding an
level
extra 20 to my character, you know.
Based.
Don't mind me.
God, what else? I've got so many questions, but I don't want to just bombard you all while you're filling out character sheets.
I am stuck on trying to
Bombard
decide
me.
what weapon to take.
You're stuck at what, Rue? Or
I'm
Red?
just trying to figure out which weapon I want to take. It's a big question.
It's the biggest.
Maybe let's go with Great Axe. Like
We
the Dwarven
love
Gods
the Great
intended.
Axe. What's
Do love
more
the Great
dwarven
Axe.
than a dwarf with a Great Axe?
A dwarf with a Great Axe and 2 hand axes.
True. Oh. How you doing, Rube? You look pensive.
I'm thinking about how to not just be an Eldritch Blast guy, but I think that's kind of what you do with Warlocks.
It is kind of what you do.
It's their bread and butter.
That or you hit stuff
Prefer-
with a mace, if you want to do that.
I'm more of a range guy. Like, the idea of having, like, Hexblade Longbow eventually sounds cool. Like, improved pack weapon.
Flashbacks.
Oh no. I'm traumatizing John.
You are traumatizing me. Because I am typing out your new reputation system.
Hmm.
That you may all throw into your
Can't
character
choose
sheets.
my second weapon. I might just take the blowgun. Let's
There
just
we
have
go.
fun.
So, for our reputation, we're going to do it a little bit differently. In last season, we had knightly and Arthurian, I suppose, reputation qualifiers that I was shooting for. However, we're not knights. We're not nobles. We are not the royalty of a country being judged by its populace. Currently, we are mercenaries. We are adventurers. We are the homeless who run around, the vagrants who dart between settlements, hunting monsters for gold, getting into trouble with the law for gold, and also doing the right thing for gold. We are the mercenary, the adventurer. And as such, we have reputation revolving around that lifestyle. Now, some of these may evolve, some of them may change or be abandoned, depending on how we choose to do things. But for now, I want everyone, whenever they finish that level 1 level up, and have their character sheet under your... anywhere, honestly, I don't mind. Or you can put it so long as you can edit it. Reliability, greed, cruelty, charity, and cohesion. Cohesion's our special one. This is the one where I just give you it. You cannot argue for cohesion. This is I'm grading you on your performance in combats and whatnot. And the more cohesive you are, the more I will up that point metric. That way, you can have interesting and cool mechanics. Reliability is getting your quests done in a timely manner and getting all of your objectives done. Big points for being reliable. Everybody loves the reliable adventurer. Even if you are a greedy, cruel, or charitable bastard. Reliability is big. And is individually based, individually driven. Because some of you may be incredibly unreliable, but you're part of a mostly reliable group of murderers. I'm looking at you, Hexblade Warlock. No one thinks you're going to be reliable. You just dart around with your teleportation and your hexy bullshit. Greed is how much you're in it to win it for the money, the magic, the power. whatever you want to call it. Greed is good in the business. However, being too greedy can sometimes lead to the wrong kind of attention. After all, if you're known for being super wealthy misers who hide their gold in places or hunt down bags of holding, some bold adventurers or government types might strive in to, well, take advantage of your own greed. Greed will be fun. Cruelty is how murderous you're feeling at any given opportunity. Specifically, how you inspire fear into your enemies, much like how the Jolly Roger inspired fear into enemies. Those with high cruelty might end fights before it even comes to initiative. They might just be like, yeah, we know this freaking crazy barbarian lady who's about to rip our heads off and is sworn to a god. Like, why don't we just go away? And not worth the time. Cruelty is a beloved bat signal by all murderers everywhere. However, charity is kind of the opposite of that. Townspeople don't like cruel adventurers who scare everybody, who intimidate everybody. And the Robin Hood types are often beloved, welcomed, and covered for by citizens where their names are known. All these can sort of blend together and rack together. A cruel person could be charitable. Much like Batman, he is vicious to his enemies. Nobody wants to get on the wrong side of him. But if you're like an orphaned kid of the Bruce Wayne Foundation, you're going to think Batman is a pretty cool guy. Provided you become Robin or, you know, learn the fact, like everyone else, that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Bruce Wayne's Batman?
Oh, shit. No, Red, I mean... yeah. That's my little rant on reputation. I have a little Word document I can throw out if I have not already given that one out. Oh wait, I'm hiding this, so of course you wouldn't have this. As level 3 characters, whenever you guys are ready, you can put 3 points into any of your reputation that you want, so that nobody can, well, you'll... Yeah, let me just say that. I'll end it there. So you could go 1 in reliability, greed, and cruelty, or you could go 2 in 1, or you could go 3 in 1. It's up to you. After all, your level 3
So
characters.
We have 3 points to spend in our reputations.
Yep. This is just what the world kind of knows of you.
Mario?
The only one you cannot put points to is cohesion. That is me, to reward you for successful and glorious combats, where you defeat all the monsters in a timely fashion. Or just impress me so I can reward you for sick-ass combats you guys take part in.
How are people named in Bleed? You have a lot of, like, I'm gonna call it East Asian inspired in naming.
Yeah.
Should I try to reference that?
You can if you want, for sure. You could go by a nickname or a moniker if you prefer to abandon, or if you believe your character has abandoned their old life in service to their god or profession.
A courtesy title.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to steal a courtesy title.
Ooh.
I shall
Are
be
you-
Hung Wang Jun.
Oh, okay.
Unless that's going to be, like, awful to say for, like, all of my party members, in which case I can become, like,
The big
just
schlong.
a guy. I can just be like Lan or something.
What's the name?
Hong Wang Jun.
Hong Wang Jung.
Angwonjo.
Chances are you'll trip me up more than the party here, Greg. Not gonna lie.
Gonna say my guy is so offensive. He's just gonna call you hung.
It's our boy. He's hung.
All right, you get a chance to veto that at some point here before we're done, but
No, we're
that's
going
how
with it.
it'll work.
Okay. Excuse me. What else is on my to-do list? Any questions about reputation? Am I rushing anyone? I hope I'm not.
I'm listening to you. If you're expecting me to already be done or on a level 3 character, I'm not there, but I'm
Just level 1.
multitasking.
mostly.
Level 1 ready.
I get it. If you need
I'm already at level 3.
base.
I'm right now. We're playing marshals, so it's not like
True. You don't
we're
pick
doing the
your
most complex
spells.
stuff.
Give our spellcasters
I'm right
some
now.
time.
I'm right now reading into maneuvers.
What else do I want to go over? I want to talk about your first party adventure, if you guys don't mind. This does not need to have your characters filled out, but it's something that I may want you guys to take a break from your sheet writing and typing to focus together as a group, if you don't mind. I am assuming that your characters did not start at level 3 and have in fact been working together from at least level 1. Now, we're gonna skip that prologue adventure, and after all, we don't want to do a level 1 campaign. I don't want to do a level 1 campaign right now. But I do want to give you all the option of gambling, honestly. So I've created 4 options that you all may pick as your level 1 adventure, which will give you a little bit of tiny rewards here. Be they in a friendly NPC, an item to start with that is beyond standard equipment, or a little consequence from what got you to level 3 in the first place. Your options are thusly Caravan Guards! You all grouped up from somewhere to someplace to get to Dan Ibble on a caravan, working together either on a river barge or going across one of the monster-infested highways, fighting together, becoming friends, going through some trials, tribulations, and making a good buddy named Caravan Master Buhaman, who will like you at the start and won't hate you. This guy you can ask for favors and or work leads if you are having problems or just to get to a new place. He's a cool guy. Option B is you guys were shipwrecked. You guys washed up somewhere along the southern coast and have been struggling together because you're the only people who can rely on one another in this foreign land. Or at least unfamiliar / semi-hostile land? Question mark? Monsters, civilization, you're outsiders, I don't know. You will start with 1 cohesion, which is going to be useful. It's just going to be useful, guys. Trust me. Trust me on that. Option C is you were wizard lackeys. You work for a wizard from levels 1 to 3, and instead of giving you money as payment, they instead gave you potions. These will be your chance to gamble with my random potion table that has expanded recently.
Oh no.
Indeed. Where you can either choose a random effect potion, some of which is good, some of which is not good, and some of which is superficial, or just start with a regular healing potion if you're not feeling like gambling and just want the healing. Or we choose option D and roll a 1d10, and then I tell you what you guys got up to and the consequence of that adventure.
I think the wizard one sounds funny. Especially if they're Brimish wizards.
We love.
I always like having an in with an NPC. That's always a good thing. I'm probably would lean towards the caravan guards, right? For that reason.
Caravan guards are good for the story, better for my character's backstory. Safer. John looks disappointed with the safe option.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to vote for the caravan guards. I like NPCs.
If it makes John upset, it must be good.
I'm surprised you guys aren't gambler like heavy. All my other group would be just every single party I've been in would always take the John roll the dice. Roll the dice right now, John.
I just feel like there's one that really doesn't fit, which is the shipwrecked one.
You don't think your character would ever get on a boat?
Never. Boats are
Krakens in
evil.
there.
I'm a dwarf, you're a dwarf. Former you.
Probably know each other somehow. All dwarves know each other. That's a fact.
So, yeah.
It's a fact.
That's a fact.
Well, what species is your character?
Huh?
Half elf.
Half elf. I got a half elf, a human. Greg, do you know what you're gonna be yet?
I'm a human.
Human, half elf, and two dwarves.
We are half of the Lord of the Rings party with no hobbits.
We're almost there.
One of us, we're basically hobbits. I mean, 2 hobbits equal 1 dwarf, so I mean, the stats add up.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, pretty much.
You just put 2 hobbits, not like standing on top of each other,
No,
but
you
front
tie
to
them
back.
together.
Yeah.
Whereas tying
Then
them
it's
together
a-
really
That's the
tight.
same density as a dwarf right there.
Yeah, I call being Gimli. Good luck for you, though.
It sounds like we like the caravan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna post somewhere my D10 chart, alright? Because I really like this chart. I worked quite hard on it. Oh, the 10 didn't come through. Rip. Oh well. It's fine. One of you could have gotten into a whirlwind romance with a water nymph, which is sad to say. Maybe that'll be another thing. We lost the magical pet companion, Sir Humphrey, the magical hippopotamus, which is unfortunate as well. Rest in peace, old man Gibbers. You were a real one. The local philosopher does not use your names in Aesop-like stories. You don't own a river barge. Sad. 4 would have really tested you all, quite literally. Because I would have told you all to switch your character sheets.
No.
As we would have a body swap episode for our first session, which would have been fun. Number 3, I also liked where you have to watch a hellhound for a demon. The hellhound's name is Johan. Yeah. So there were some fun ones in there.
Number 2.
Yeah. Indeed.
It's a sword. You got all the way over
Instead-
here.
We are going to be friends with Caravan Master Buhaman, which I will copy paste now. We have covered character creation. We have covered No, we haven't done motivations yet. We've done reputation and originations, which means it's time to talk about motivations for individual as well as a party goal. Now, your first quest has already been decided, which we will be using as kind of our warm-up, since we will be doing new classes, new characters, and I kind of just want to test you all and throw you into a combat immediately, which will lead to our first quest hook, I suppose. That's going to be involving violence, so I'm glad you're all violently oriented. But in terms of personal motivations, and specifically why you all are adventurers, I kind of want to know by next week. Obviously, I'm not expecting anything now, but inter-party connections.
I'm already there.
You're already there, Hen? You just want money?
I'm already there.
Power?
No.
What's...
Need to fucking kill this fucking dragon.
Just a dragon or the dragon?
Any
That's
dragon.
good. That's a good. Any dragon.
Any
will
dragon.
do.
All dragons?
Not the main character. Just any of them will do.
Please tell me you don't count me.
Any dragon will do. I'm watching you.
Any
You ever
and
go
all.
down on 4 legs, you're done.
You're not allowed to go prone.
Sus as hell.
Looking a little too dragony over there.
What's going on? Are you breathing fire?
Not my
Yeah,
type of
so
lunch.
murdering Sarl is definitely a morally good thing to do, at least seen by the civilizations all around the world. He is a 2/3 divine ancient red dragon, the last son, like actual child of Tiamat, who still exists within the world. He's a pretty bad dude. He's like a winged genocide creating, fire spewing monster with so much magic. He honestly has far too much of it. He also is the, king of effectively all the monsters. And his hobgoblin armies have razed towns and settlements to the ground over and over for several thousand years. There is many a motivation to kill Sarl, whether it be blood feud or just to do a morally good thing, at least in the eyes of civilization as a whole. That said, stealing his treasure, getting his shit, using it. I think I threw around that he has like 18 billion gold pieces worth of treasure. That may increase, it may decrease, depending on what the ice does to it. But there's so much wealth, guys. This is
So if we
beyond
split that
a kingdom's...
28 ways,
Yeah.
like what, 5 gold each?
Figuring out, it's just life-changing money, right? It is, I'm going to go create a kingdom now. I'll see you guys later. Amounts of cash.
I
It's too
think
much.
my character's main motivation is that he wants to see, like, the great things of the world. But he comes from a very, very poor background, being an urchin in the streets of this town that we're starting in. I forgot the name already.
Dan Ibil. Akmori,
Don Ibil.
if you wish to be a more urbanite entity. What about you, Mr. Warlock Man? Do you have any motivations you want to share?
Well, I was thinking what would make him get a pact, and I think he was a soldier in the Hoarfrost Coalition,
Okay.
and he almost died, made the pact and went AWOL, which is why he became a caravan guard. As far as motivations to do something so crazy as to go into the Kingdom of Fire, it is life-changing wealth, and with that, maybe he can return to his family.
I kind of want to revisit what your pact looks like. Specifically, what entity made it for you. I don't think the default Hexblade of the Raven Queen, I think it is, that they give examples of, is very enticing, or works. Well, maybe it would work with us. Or if entities can just give you a pact and it can materialize in different ways. So you and I need to have a little discussion on what that pact maker looks like and what sort of goals or drives they have, to the point where they would invest it in you. That way you have a interesting entity that you can tap on, other than just, well, John, I was born a Hexblade Warlock, and now I do these abilities, and I'm basically a more complicated fighter. Which is kind of lame. I like my warlocks like I like my variant humans.
With issues?
With many issues.
I like it. I'll think about it. I was thinking something like some sort of... you make a pact with a spirit or a god or an entity of some kind. And so if there was one of... Like, I'm always drawn to these fantasy books I read in my spare time, obviously. And in several of the ones I've read, there's entities of, like, the Great Hunt. And that sounds kind of fun.
You want to be like a Faster?
Yeah, like a Faster.
A Faster, man. I can see it. That, or a cactus guy. Just a big cactus.
Ooh.
That's your pact.
Ooh, that's tough.
What is more compelling? A sentient cactus that gives you a pact of a blade? It's just a singular cactus head.
I get to fight dragons with a swinging cactus?
That'd be cool.
I don't know.
That'd be neat.
We can go visit it as well. We can just go show up.
Launch cactus spines?
True. There's a lot of ways we can take a warlock. As I have been reminded, warlocks are not necessarily demonically or eldritchly inclined or under their monopoly. So who knows? What about you, Red? Are you just in it to win it? Are you from Khotin as well? You from some other place? Mr. Dwarven Fighter Man?
Is he from Kapu?
Oh,
Are you?
let me take a little gander. I think... I might be from Kalpu. And my guy just wants to make, like, the best jewelry. Like, top of the line, most fanciest shit. And dragons have a knack for picking the best gems. So,
They do.
I'm going there to take, like, the most beautiful gems and just putting them on, like, the most fanciest rings. 'Cause I'm a dwarf. He doesn't deserve that stuff. I deserve to use it and make things with it.
We do love that. Oh, shit.
What?
I forgot something incredibly vital.
You wanna hit us with it?
Do sorcerers get identify, Nick?
Great question. I think so.
Wizards get it. I know that.
I need to find. This is of grave matter, grave importance.
You need me to take the
Someone to
identify
have
spell, John?
identify.
All right,
Hmm.
I can. I'm pretty sure sorcerers do.
Bard, Wizard, Artificer, Knowledge Domain, Forge Domain, Inquisition Domain. That's who gets identify.
Really?
What if we just have like a little box that we put things in and it identifies for us?
Let me
Oh,
consider.
Huh.
Finding an NPC or somebody to identify can just be part of the
I suppose.
you're a mercenary
trial.
group, right? You're gonna go to people, right, and be like, there's stuff, right? Finding a fence, if you were rogues, or finding somebody that can like identify stuff can just be part of the world. It's not necessary that you identify everything yourselves.
I guess.
How important was this identify spell?
Not very. I mean,
Just let the barbarian cast it. Like
Nice.
they were gonna be like the world's greatest sorcerer, but they're like, nah.
Just let me get the identify spell as one of my
Yeah,
spells,
just give it-
John.
Give it to the sorcerer.
Homebrew, easy.
homebrewed. It is
Simple.
done. Add identify. I
Who's adding
found it.
identify?
I'm sorry.
I think Domi is.
Yeah.
It's true. Our boy Domi. Not Corin. Not Nick.
Oh my goodness,
Domi.
Kitty. Yes, I know you exist. Congratulations.
I think
And
where's your dwarf from?
barbarians do get identify. I'm not sure about that L holiday.
Well,
But regardless, I found it much easier to just hand wave it and be like, one of you identifies it. Here's a pearl. Have a 100 GP pearl. There you go. Which is fine. It is now homebrewed. The gavel has been slammed. Okay. Greg, do you have any motivations for your character?
Yes. Hong Wenjun was a cultivator. He lived somewhere in this valley, in a fairly remote area. It is probably like high in the mountains, where he was an acolyte of the god Agatharin, a human deity renowned for being a lore master and knowledgeable. There he helped he didn't help, but he attempted to master the 3,000 precepts upon the wall of discipline. And he
Based.
cultivated his mastery of order. However, there was drama, and he left this recess in the mountains in search of someone whom he believes he can find out with these strangers in questionable moral lands.
I see. I'm dying, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Something went down my pipe.
Well, John, while you're dying,
Yeah. Bastard.
Please don't. Just don't. Just say
right here
no.
on stream,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm okay. I'm alive.
say I'm alive one more time.
Nope. I won't.
I'm gonna take a little sip of water first.
Nope. It's fine. It's not a meme, but it's fine. Red, finish your thought.
Do I have a jeweler's kit?
Yeah, you can have a jeweler's kit. That's fine.
Okay, we win.
If you guys want to ask me for stuff that makes sense for your character and isn't, a +3 greatsword, hit me up now.
And I have a set of calligrapher's tools and the proficiency to use them.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
Excellent.
Acolytes should know calligraphy.
Can I have a set of marked cards?
Marked cards? Are you a criminal?
You're gonna scam us?
I'm a soldier. It's kind of the same thing.
Based, actually. You can. Go for it. Add a deck of marked cards. And you want to ask me for anything?
I'm trying
a
to figure
holy
out my
symbol?
armor so I'm not encumbered.
You'll always be encumbered.
I have 4 strength. I will always be encumbered.
You did
Based.
strength, I did
18
wisdom.
strength. I don't want to be encumbered. But now I have a 17 AC and I literally cannot carry anything else than what I currently have.
Wait, how is your... You're not a dex barbarian, are you?
No,
Oh, shit.
Armor's heavy.
armor is heavy.
Do barbarians wear armor?
That's why I wear it.
Medium
you don't have to
armor
wear armor.
sometimes. Yeah.
Look, we're no longer playing next to like rivers or anything. I don't need to worry about drowning. We went up to chainmail, plate mail.
Right, we start right next to a river.
Where is the
Fine.
proof?
Fine.
Can you show my dwarven eyes where this water is?
He points out from
Hen?
the farming settlement to the river.
What? Did I do
I can't
something
see that
wrong?
far.
You do not get to start with half plate. That's way too rich for your blood. Unless there is some feature or class mechanic that lets you start with half plate.
I mean, I'm a dwarf. I'm proficient in it. That's about it.
Yeah, that's...
I don't get the
750
disadvantages of
gold
wearing.
purchase you do not have, unfortunately.
Hi.
How much gold do we start with?
It's ancient. It's her
Whatever your
grandfather's
class
half plate.
gold allows you to start with.
Splendid.
Background?
Let's blow it. Let's blow it immediately. Let's gamble. The
You
best
may
way to
ask
start a
for
campaign
stuff,
is
but-
dirt poor.
Yeah. You do
I
not
don't get to start with any armor.
Unless barbarians get to start with armor. No. I don't know what your starting gear is.
Barbarians usually start unarmored, but I would like to have an armor. That's all.
I mean, you can always take the money and then use the money to buy the armor.
True. Let's go.
You're
look
just
at
not going to
barbarians.
get 750 gold, so
Yeah.
I have to take a little cheaper option.
Oh, I have so many abilities. I'm going to have to read these at some point and figure out how they work. But until then, we're good.
I will be going through your character sheets over the week to make sure they're all kosher and legal. So if you...
Well, I'll just leave it like that.
Alright. If you guys have questions or requests during or between now and when we go into session 1, feel free to shoot them to me, either privately or say them whenever, honestly. John's reading a book. That said, your first quest, your first mission will to be to hunt down a manticore that has eaten 2 salt miners and has sort of crippled the salt mining industry slightly east of Dan Ibble, towards the desert,
Who owns
towards
this?
the mountains, where you will hunt it down to its lair, which is when we will start play. Your reward shall be for 500 gold pieces split between you, which is big money and why you are chasing down this flying threat. Excuse me.
They want a Manticore at level 3.
I
Look,
took one down at level
We
1.
got it.
Greg was there for that.
It's true.
Corin was
I
there
was
for
very
that
surprised.
too, actually. Seems like you all have names.
This Jesus,
I
I
just chose the
forgot
name.
how awful the number of spells you get to know as a sorcerer was. Ugh. Oh,
but you
the
gotta
new rules are
identify.
so much better.
Suffer. Oh, I'm checking out Pax Posidio. How do you pronounce your name?
I just typed it. Hold on, let me figure it out as well.
Posidio. It's got
Pax
an Italian.
Posidio.
Posidio. Yes.
John, do you want to give me a last name?
Me?
Do I want to give you a last name?
Yeah. You know what, Hannah,
I'll
if you want to
give
give
you
me
a
a last
title.
name, go for it.
Well, my
Okay.
name is Osric Steelfist.
Nice. Osric?
Osric.
I like it.
I want to give you some clan last. There's Broodfist,
No.
What's
Dankill,
with all these fists?
Deep
love
Delver, Eversharp. I'm just getting this from 5 each.
Well, John said he's
Eversharp
gonna
is a cool
give me
name.
something, and I didn't know what it
Orcfoe.
was, and I'm curious.
Rack and Crack.
I like making.
Crack and crack.
Crack and crack.
I'll be right back.
Wrong Heart.
You're good.
Roll Bleeder. There's some fun ones.
As I judge.
Truly.
Ah, that is how he has it.
Surely Dragon's Breath must be a sorcerer's spell, right?
Who is Joe now?
Jonal?
Joe
That's me.
I don't like how it's John plus Al attached to it.
Get wrecked.
I'm not sure I like this.
Too
Hey,
bad.
John.
Hi.
Jonal.
No, I'm talking to my teammate,
Fuck.
John Al.
John Al.
Who I call
We
John for short.
love meta magic.
I hope John L has like a purse line that they're selling. Very high end.
I really want to give myself an over-the-top title. I just haven't figured out what yet.
Well, John, if you want to give me either a last name or a title, feel free. I will take it and run.
Your
I
name's
gave you
Thigh
one
Mom?
option.
What kind of fighter are you?
Battlemaster.
No, what's your fighting style?
Oh, my fighting style?
Yeah.
Blind.
Based, first of all. That's sick as shit.
Love it.
Look.
Your
At
last
one
name could just be Blind.
at one point, okay, this will be useful. At a single point in this campaign. And when that happens, I'm gonna feel so cool for it.
I think it's really cool. Someone tries to cast a spell.
Ruby Eye. That's a last name for you too.
I should have played the Darkness Sorcerer. We could have teamed up.
True.
Just start throwing.
Eversharp.
Look, if you ever
That's
take
from the sheet,
darkness,
Don't worry about it.
just cast it on me. I'll see. I'm throwing down in the darkness.
Gold Fight. I'm just giving you names that have something to do with maybe fighting it with Blind. You could just go with Blind. That's your last name.
For a second, I thought you said Goldfinger. I was like, I don't know how that
People
relates
ask,
to.
Are you blind? You're like, yeah, it's in the last name. It's in the. It's in the name, bro.
Alright.
Oh,
I
need to change my
have
armor class back.
updated most of your sheets. I'm just doing a little roll 20 sheet core bullshit. Don't worry about it. Would everybody please tell me your reputation so that I might make a list of it real quick?
Mm-hmm. I have 1 in reliability and 2 in cruelty.
All right. Who's next?
I have 2 reliability and 1 charity.
We love charity. I'm ready for the next.
I'm ready for Roll20 to stop trolling me.
I have 2 reliability and 1 greed. Starting strong.
Rube?
I have 1 greed, 1 charity, and 1 cruelty.
Mm.
1 greed, charity, and cruelty?
What a combo.
Indeed.
Who are you
And then I
donating to? Yourself?
Oren.
A super pack.
1 reliability and 2 charity.
Her name was Charity. It counts.
Okay. We've got a decent spread here.
Lots of reliability.
For
Speak
those
for
of
yourself.
you, we all have at least 1 reliability, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Not me.
You don't have any reliability. True. Then you get this beautiful little attachment to your character sheet. Reliability is our special reputation insofar that it is the only one that can stack to negative infinity. Please add this to your character sheet somewhere, Rube. You are so unreliable, incapable, and incompetent that no one but the desperate will rely on your character. This is the only reputation that can go into negative numbers up to infinity. Anyone with negative reliability in the party will amplify negative results for the rest of their party's characters as well. So if Rube's character, whatever his name becomes, takes on jobs and fails them, everybody's reliability will go down and suffer. Because people will shit talk you all. It's good
Rube,
to
you
be
better play careful.
unreliable.
I'm a reliable guy. If you
It's true.
downtrod my good name,
Who has 0 greed? My unny greedsters? My anti-money greedsters. Randomly, money will disappear from your pockets. This is not theft, but your mismanagement of money. Please add that to your character sheets as you have 0 greed. We love not being greedy.
I am terrified of what's gonna happen next.
I promise I won't steal from you too much. Or tax you, I guess. Who's not cruel, out of curiosity? No. Ooh, 3 no cruelties. Guys, we hate being cruel. The character isn't known for any amount of cruelty. You're rewarded by not being known for being a murderous asshole. Congratulations! That's it. That's all you get. Big hype.
I mean, I'm
This
not
is winning.
applauding for myself. I'm known as an asshole.
Who is at 0 charity? Out of
Woo.
curiosity. Hen and...
The dwarves.
The dwarves are not
The
charitable.
dirty dwarves.
Look,
You know what they
what's
say
mine
about
is
dwarves.
mine.
You are an uncharitable bastard. You gained the bonus of not feeling obligated to give your money to strangers.
So excited for this.
I got 2 bonuses, guys. I mean, I'm feeling up. I'm feeling great.
Oh man, my spell sheet is empty. It is such a beautiful addition to my
I
life.
I know. This is a great feeling. You know, being a dwarf this really helps, doesn't it, Hen? Just fighting
Mhm.
dwarves. I'm a fighter, you're a barbarian.
For those of you wondering from
Doing
the
great.
flavor text of having 0 cohesion, which is a John only, there is no real negative, but y'all bumble into one another, tripping over your teammates who regularly drop to 0 HP and stay prone throughout the rest of combat. This will go up naturally. There's no detriment. There's no nothing. just be cool gamers and this will go up, no problem. In fact, I'm going to give you the opportunity to make this go up immediately the next time we play D&D.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
But what if I burning hands all my teammates?
Fireball.
If you self-fireball, cohesion will drop. Cohesion's going to be a fun one. I want it to be kind of a meta resource. As such...
What if I consent to being fireballed?
What?
Yeah, like what if there's a fight and I'm like, yeah, fireball me. I got
Sounds
it.
very cohesive, Red.
I'll
Sounds
stay.
cohesive.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
that sounds incredibly cohesive.
Let's go.
Shoot
I have
through
made
me.
a little note for myself here. But this is a reward. When you have one, or at least one cohesion, one of you may spend that cohesion point to effectively get an extra action on your turn. Think the haste extra action. So this cohesion will go up and down depending on how well you got, or really how much you want to spend it. It's just a little meta resource that I will put into the chat now, which you can add somewhere. Be like, John, I want to spend that cohesion point right now to get an extra action, and I know it kind of fucks over the teammates, but let me do it anyway. I gotta kill this thing. And by that time, you know, spotlight's on you, bro. Go for it. I'm not gonna get in your way. At 4, you will get a bonus. At 7, you'll get another bonus. And at 10, you will get the final bonus. And any extra, I assume you will be spending on this little mechanic, this meta mechanic, this meta resource, if you will. I don't know if you want me to go over all of these little bonuses or keep them as a surprise. But being cruel will help you in combat, being charitable will help you in a narrative level, being greedy will help you make more money, and being reliable will also help you make more money. Just in a non-greedy way. I hope that is vague enough to entice you, and clear enough where you're not confused. That's reputation so far. Any questions about reputation?
Nope.
Hell yeah.
I love
Then-
making money.
I opened the floor, because that's all I wish to do. That's all I have on my list, guys. I'm ready to
Okay.
start.
My character is done.
Base.
Nice.
I finished.
My character is weak.
My character is not wise.
No,
Oh.
I have a -3 to charisma, so that should
Oh.
give you a hint as to where this is going.
I might also have a -3 charisma. You know,
It's
our
great
dwarves
that we're
are-
going to be the first people involved in any sort of battle.
Well, we got 2 charisma casters here, so some people to make up for that.
You know, the more we are saying our characters, it just seems like our dwarves are twins. Just the exact same person.
I am a 200-year-old mountain dwarf. I was an acolyte to Vihalma. Am I saying that right, John?
Probably. You're my only dwarf
Thanks.
player, so you decide.
All right. Vihalma.
Wait.
And one day, my god came down to me directly and said, I want you to kill all the dragons, kill all Tiamat's kids, kill everyone that likes Tiamat, anyone that looks vaguely in Tiamat's direction and seems to think that she's an okay person, kill them too.
Wow. He gave you carte blanche to just sort of go at everyone, huh?
And I've murdered a lot of people since the beginning of that mission, yeah.
Look. Seems
And
pretty
I'm
good.
here now killing more people and more things, except I'm getting paid for it, which is nice, because I was at one point really tempted to start eating rocks, because turns out killing people just randomly doesn't actually pay very well. So with this mission, I get to do a double. I get to both kill one of Tiamat's favorite children, and then also get money.
Tiamat's favorite child, manticore.png.
Yeah, that's. Well, that's one of her like redheaded stepchildren.
I see. A grand quest your god gave you, for sure. Does that
And it
include the
absolutely did not
good
happen
dragons
in like a
as
weird
well?
beaver dream on mushrooms or anything. Just straight.
You kill good dragons or just the bad ones?
It's who's to say what their
Has the
Find out.
opportunity not presented itself?
Not yet. Haven't met a good dragon yet. So far they all seem bad. So
All right.
I'm still kind of thinking about how I want Osric to talk.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Thinking either really annoying Southern accent.
I love really annoying Southern accents because I have one.
We'll get there.
I dig it.
And that's the entire character. That's it.
That's it.
Done.
That's all I got going for
Solid.
What else do you want? Like,
Do they have family?
I feel like if Osric had family, they hate him.
Like, is
Like
this
even for a
zealotry
dwarf, like
a
he's
new
kind of an
thing?
asshole. They're like, God, fucking Osric, man. It's like, listen,
He's that
don't talk
one
about your
uncle?
Uncle Osric, yeah.
Is he,
Don't
okay,
talk
so
about
he's the
him.
one uncle.
All right, yeah, he's the one uncle. that
You
just
love him,
don't-
but we don't invite him to family gathering.
We don't know. The last time we invited him to a family dinner, he tried to interrogate us because someone said a word that sounded like Tiamat, but was not Tiamat. And then he took the carving knife and tried to cut off fingers. So
Oh no, I got tea on
Ostric's
this
not
man.
invited.
Who said Tiamat?
Exactly.
Please leave my fingers alone.
So
I see we
Ostric
can
has
never
a-
get too far from Zuan. Paranoia comes in many forms.
I want you to know, John. I just picked the best lesson.
Ostrich is
Okay.
just ready. It's not paranoia. It's just preparedness.
Okay, yeah.
It's just paranoia is not real.
Mhm,
Most mental
mhm.
health issues aren't real.
Oh,
Yeah, you just force
okay.
him down far enough that you can forget
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, clearly you just
Emotions
haven't.
aren't real.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one emotion, it's called rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have anger. I have rage. I have frustration.
Agitation, annoyance.
Yeah.
It's a healthy combo.
Mhm.
You
I
see the
cried
world
once,
in
and then I
red.
punched myself in the face to get over it. So,
Okay.
Ostrich is a healthy, well-rounded, loving individual.
Doubt.
Also pressing X right now. We're gonna go on a journey with Osric. That's the important bit. It's time to open their horizons and teach them all sorts of
To
stuff.
remind them of their family that
Yeah.
Aldrich seems like a cool
is
dude.
concerned about his mental health.
I'm not biased in any way.
Does anyone else have anything they wish to share with the group?
Jonal totally does not have anything to do with dragons. Don't look at the scales under these gloves that I always wear. Just don't look there, okay? We'll be good.
Are they like Mickey
What
Mouse
color are
they?
gloves,
Condition.
or they're just attached to your flesh?
Just, I'm always wearing a pair of leather gloves. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I
I'm
was
scared of
thinking
Osric already.
for Jonal, he might have like some mixed dragon ancestry. I thought that could be fun, of just like a little bit of red and a little bit of what is the fire good one? Is it brass?
Gold.
Brass or gold?
I think brass
Or the
is the which one?
Is it?
Mm,
Look, it's one of the colors.
Not gold.
Gold, I don't
Gold's
believe
too.
is fire, unless I'm mistaken.
I thought it was. Am I going crazy?
I mean,
Is
probably.
it not?
Maybe. Who knows?
Bronze is lightning. I was going insane.
So it's brass.
It is. It is brass. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so brass and red mixed dragon ancestry there, but all fire all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, I have beautiful parents. Oh, that's. I was really expecting like, oh, maybe like fire and lightning. Nope, fire and fire.
I think my parents
Solid.
figured out what happened, like too late, that they each had ancestry that was this, and they both just like
Oh.
abandoned me because I'm like this weird hybrid.
They're like, we gotta go.
Yeah,
Here
We
you
messed
go.
up.
It's way too fucking
yeah,
ugly.
I'm out of here.
Mr. Sorcerer, take this creature off our hands. Thank you very much. Oh, and he's a half elf too. Oh man. We have got questions for these guys' parents for sure. Well, I don't want them. You take them. Alright. Joe Hall. Saying that correctly? Joe Nall.
Joe Nall.
Joe Nall is gonna go on a little quest to find himself. And sort of straggle, apparently, with the wizened berserker that is Osric, apparently. Or
Do you want to go on a quest to kill my parents?
Are they
Ostrich
dragons?
wisdom is at 10, so
Were your parents just two polymorph dragons that neither realized the other was
maybe I
polymorph?
should switch this around. Maybe
I
should
don't
make
know. My character
intelligence
doesn't
10
know,
and
so I will not define that.
I will later.
More likely, it's some ancestry of further back than that. You know.
God, what if you're related to
fuck the
Saul?
dragon.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Disgusting. It's time to kill Grandpa. Red, Greg, Rube, anything you want to share about your characters?
I'm just thinking about the Pact and the Patron, and I'm going through Xanathar's guide because I like their chapter on that. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe my patron is a spirit of a long dead hero who sees his pact as a way of continuing influence in the world. And maybe, when directed, I must take immediate action against a specific enemy of my patron.
Perhaps.
And maybe my binding mark is my nose glows in the dark.
Yeah?
Incredible. I love that. Okay,
Yes,
Rudolph.
the Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Add a little
Rudolph the
shiny
red-nosed
bow.
hexblade.
Had a very shiny blast.
You're gonna
Oh,
have
please
to go
tell me you
after
Eldritch
Blitzen
Blast people
really
with
hard,
your nose.
man.
You just give them the.
God.
Oh, God.
Gross. Snotty.
Oh.
Or I could have a vestigial tail. Vestigial tail.
Vestigial, yes.
Did you?
That'd make you variant. What feat did you take for a variant?
I didn't go variant. I went normal because I was scared.
Based and also cowardly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sneffer's
you-
still in here somewhere.
Greg, are you a variant?
I am not a variant human. I am a regular human.
I say the word and I'll go variant.
I didn't want a feat, so I didn't desire a devil's bargain. My character is an order domain cleric. It didn't feel right to be disorderly. Yeah, he follows the 3,000 precepts as
you
best as he
list them?
can. I can list some known rules for you. Alcohol is prohibited.
Okay.
Running is prohibited. Killing livestock within the area is prohibited. Promiscuity is prohibited. Do not work after 9 p.m. Do not rise after 5 a.m. Do not stand incorrectly. Do not smile foolishly. Do not be of two minds. Do not succumb to rage. Do not use frivolous words.
This is baloney.
Every
Wait,
one
do
of our
not-
characters breaks every one of the.
Like, just daily.
Do not take advantage of your position to oppress others. Do not mix public and private interests. Do not break faith. Do not make assumptions about others. Do not exult in excess. Do not grieve in excess. Don't form a clique and exclude others. Do not laugh for no reason.
You've broken that one already.
Yeah.
Like, you can break a few of them, okay?
I don't know. So the concept here is that this is a like kind of culty representation of order, and they drill these things into you. These are all written upon the wall of discipline in our recess. When you are considered naughty or you have need of discipline, you sit before the wall of discipline and transcribe each rule by hand until you are ready to honor them. This is a strict place, but it is also one of great growth. This is a place with cultivators of unusual powers granted to them by their strict adherence to these rules, as ordained by Agatherin. And there was some drama that went down, which resulted in Hongwon-jun leaving. And being a little bit disowned to some level. He could return, but he would have to sit upon the wall of discipline. Perhaps he would have to feel the crack of the whip and write the many precepts to return. But he searches for someone that left and was at the heart of this drama, which he feels that can be found out here. And I don't know. That's kind of the basic premise. If you want to know more, I don't know. Ask. Tell me. I will either make it up or let you know what I'm thinking.
You have a question?
I do want to know more.
All right. Tell me.
Specifically, did June leave because the cult, the church, the temple? Well, first of all, how do I call this group of worshippers of Agatherin?
These people are cultivators. They believe in it's an old Chinese description. You don't actually have to use any of that like in your world. But essentially, yeah, they're following these rules, building their own inner strength through following them strictly, discipline, honing mind and body, which works well with an order cleric. And yeah, so I think that these, you say in your document that Agatherin is widely worshipped. I would imagine that this is either a very, very old form of worship or perhaps an offshoot, right? This is not the common way it is done. This is seen as either like a schism in the church or as a like kind of offshoot or perhaps a very, very like old and like something that has moved past, right? Yeah, and he is at the center of this drama with the other person, and rules were broken, and he's, because of his position in the kind of family, he would be welcomed back. He and his brother are known as the Twin Jin. This is what the disambiguation of the title I have taken as name suggests. And his brother is a perfect follower of the order, and he was once considered equal and no longer is.
Beautiful.
Indeed.
How many of those rules are you gonna follow?
I'm gonna have a hard time. Greg is incapable of following rules, so I'm gonna have a hard time explicitly following them. But I think what I will use them as is just silliness as roleplay, right? I can sit and be up and chastise you for not rising before 5 a.m. or something, right?
Does the adventure always stop hard out at 9 p.m.? Is that a meta
Yes.
meme because our adventures stop at 9 p.m. my time?
Yes.
Like, John, it's
we do
9.
not work after 9 p.m.
Okay. Oh. I got an update from my YouTube studio that someone's message was retracted. I don't know
Oh my.
what it means. Oh well. What about you, Red? Why are you out in this neck of the woods? Why are you adventuring in the first place with these randos? An insane dwarf that you vaguely have knowledge of.
We're closely associated because we're dwarves. I cannot go any further into that. You non-dwarves wouldn't get it.
You non-doors, you wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't understand the pact we have. So yeah, Diamond, you know, he was a soldier, right? He had to kill many bards for disrespecting the name of his city, which we will not go into. But a lot of people have died to many hammers, and it was not a funny joke, okay? Like, once you heard it for the 50th time that day,
We don't laugh about cow
it's
poo
not
here.
funny.
This town's called Cowpoo, guys. It's like the cows taking a shit. Like manure.
That's
Get
it.
it?
You're getting me
They'd
X.
be dead. They'd be.
Do you get it? Ah! Just 7 dwarves with red hats just come rushing at you.
So Thymian just decided, I'm gonna sit down, retire at the young age of 150. Actually, it's not 150, it's like 160. And I'm gonna start making jewelry and selling that at a nice shop. Maybe fix some weapons here and there. And then I realized, damn, all these gems suck. And I gotta go I gotta get better ones, because I'm not paying for nice quality gems. That's expensive, and I am a little greedy guy. So, the simplest solution clearly is robbing a dragon. The dwarves are for it.
Characters have no conceivable way of doing that just yet. And I want to add that it's effectively like news has spread, Dragon Elon Musk has gone in the wind, and SpaceX is ready to be raided if it wasn't currently in the Antarctic. And people are trying to figure out how to get to a submersible. Okay, this analog, a metaphor. Everything's a metaphor. It's gone way off topic.
Keep
but it
going.
is a pipe dream until we do session 1. And I want to just lay that out so that you guys will have little arguments to convince each other to take on this massive quest that we will have before us next time on the Insatiables.
Ostrick was already there. Ostrick was like.
You know what, John? You convinced me. I'm just turning the monsters we kill into jewelry.
Base, honestly. That is the coolest
Look at this
thing
nice
I've heard.
manticore bone ring.
Unique art form, exotic
It's true.
materials, bespoke
God.
jewelry.
We are
You were all
15
blinged
minutes
out.
out from the usual 2 hour for session 0s, it seems. Since there's just not really much left to talk about. I could fill out and talk more about the world if you guys have questions. Or we could call it here. Save those questions for another time. What do you guys say? You calling it
My
early?
body is ready.
I'm easy going.
I'm down for
Whatever we'd
whatever.
like.
Okay. Wow. no one has any pressing concerns, why don't we call it here? And next week, at 6 p.m. CST, we will start session 1 of our characters hunting down a new lead on manticores. Hunting manticores. Killing manticores. All of our life is consumed by killing manticores, guys. I hope you're ready.
Turn them into jewelry.
To turn them into jewelry and get shot by their spines.
Turn them into coin.
Indeed. Money. Guys, thank you so much for watching. For those of you who did watch. Doc2850, I don't know what you either triggered on the YouTube self-moderation Autobot, but you did it, whatever you said.
Might have
Good
Congrats.
job, I guess.
Well done.
Yeah, because everything else you've said is incredibly tame, so I have no idea what you possibly could have said. Good job, man. Any shout-outs we want to make before we head on out of here?
Shout out to whoever's going to carry my pack.
It can't be me. I'm not reliable.
I'm already considered encumbered if I have all my starting gear on me.
I'm already encumbered, yeah. Like, I have a
It's
high
time to
strength
get-
and I'm encumbered.
Oh, I already deleted like 40 pounds of starting gear.
I am not encumbered.
I guess
Like the
me
real-
and Osric are carrying people's packs.
I
Can
mean,
carry
do
90
I really-
pounds. I'm not carrying your fucking packs.
Do I really need to walk 25 feet?
Lighten the load, kids. Come on.
I can walk a nice 15 feet towards the enemies every turn.
So,
Because I'm talking
John, we're going to be encumbered for overland travel, is what I'm hearing.
That sounds good
Look,
to me.
I don't. Do I really need clothing?
Yes! You do
Save
need
the
clothing.
3 pounds. We're going naked.
How
We're the
important-
we're the naked
I
guards
weigh up-
now.
Do you have the variant rule on?
Yeah. Oh, are you guys all like super fucking weak?
Well, you're a barbarian. You don't have armor.
I have
You can have
15
armor.
strength, but I'm still encumbered.
I have 18, and I'm heavily encumbered. I'm like double my max.
Alrighty, guys, we're gonna call it there as we complain about rules I did not make, but they're gonna get mad at me for. So, you all have a lovely night wherever you are. We'll see you next week. Take care, don't die. Woo! Say goodbye. Woo!
Woo!